I told no, you can attempt the quizzes like that. Anyone got time? No problem. Just checking. Today try to find out, okay, if we have some time. Okay, maybe evening time. Anytime.
I tried the quizzes. Yeah. I tried this, I think the first one.
Mock quiz one?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. So finished it. You finished it, 60 questions, no? In single shot.
Yes. I finished my first 60.
Great. So try to go through the video solution, okay? And then try to maintain the error log and let us know, okay? How was it? Okay. Definitely it will be a very much confidence boosting, okay? So that is it, okay? By Saturday, Sunday and all you can plan. So like she tried, no? Try to do one quiz, okay? And see. Don't attempt everything and then tell, okay? Attempt one quiz and go through the video solution, okay? Or one quiz and then make an error log and see where you stand, okay? I would expect 80%. That means out of 60 questions, you should get 48 correct, okay? Okay. So we'll start.
1 second. You said out of 60 questions, 40 is good, is it? Or
48
is good. Okay, good.
80%. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Because 80% is 48. No? That is the reason. Okay. And even if you get, let's say, the point is, I have people who used to get 30. Okay, first quiz. Okay, but the thing is, you should not get disappointed. Even if you get 30, no, how strong is your lessons learned for the wrong questions? That is very important. There is nothing wrong in failing. Okay, there is nothing wrong in making questions wrong, but how sincerely you are taking care of the corrective action. Okay, so you should maintain an error log where, okay, question number 21 I made wrong, 22 I made wrong because of risk management, change management. Then you should not dare to attempt quiz 2. That is what I'm telling. Simply don't attempt quizzes. If your score is only 30 after one quiz, you should go back to the recordings again, session recordings. Okay,
not bad. I got 42.
42, that's good. Okay, so now you check the error log. Are you maintaining in Excel or no, whatever paper? What is that cluster of questions you are making
doing this, writing down the paper.
Okay. So you have to identify what is the cluster of questions you are making wrong. Okay. So choose word cloud as per your comfort. For example, anything related to stakeholder, like that you mentioned a keyword, change management, risk management, estimation, agile estimation, cost, project costing, cost baseline. Like that you identify some keywords and you keep repeatedly using them. So that you will identify that you are making that topic weak and go through the whole session recording. That is important. Okay. So that there should be an improvement, no? Because simply identifying error is not enough. Okay. Error is only identification of the thing, and then we have to prevent it, okay, from next time. So that's all. So we'll move on further. So Taj, actually I saw your mail yesterday regarding that. Okay, so you have shared me something job profile, no?
Oh yes, sir. Yeah, we can talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay. There's nothing like talking about it later because I don't have that practice. That's why I thought generally only I will tell. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, the thing is, it sounds good. Okay, so the whole point I will tell in a general way, given that is the case. Okay, the project management professional is a course which will help you for anything which is having people management. Okay, process improvement as the objective. Okay, so you have to pitch whenever you get a interview call or something. You have to pitch that. Okay, the certification, so and so things. You have to pick from the job description something which is related to PMP and tell that I've done this course. Okay, because if I remember, no, there was mentioning regarding how are you coordinating between the staff. Okay, so how are you coming up with a new process, everything. So anything which is related to people coordination, process setting up. Okay, then you have to pitch this and tell I have done this, I will be the right candidate. Okay, like that you have to tell. Okay, and you have to come up with designing a process, everything. Okay, so all these things I'm connecting with my second, when I saw your message noise, I'm connecting with my second company work experience. Okay, where you may have to create some, for example, change management framework. It may not be there in the organization. Okay, so you have to suggest, let us create a change management framework, because a lot of change requests are coming up. We are accepting something and we are burning our hands. Let's do one thing. Let's identify some key people. Without their review, we will not move anything beyond what is the original plan. Like that, and we should suggest something. This is what you should tell. Okay.
So change management. You were saying?
Just
Oh, yeah.
one example. See, one example is change management. Right, a lot of things. Okay. See, the whole
Okay.
point is once you're done with this course completely, once you've studied, okay, you'll get a clear idea how to talk to, how to answer to their questions. Okay, different situations. So again, I always tell to all the institutes which I'm tied up with. Okay, do not specifically choose project management. Let there be people from all categories. Okay, like that, because this is more of a people and process management certification. That's what I believe in. Okay, right now. So try this. Okay, good thing. So you're based out of Texas.
I'm sorry?
Are you based out of Texas?
Have I started the process, sending in the application?
No. I was telling this job is expecting you to be based out of Texas. No, so are you based out of Texas?
Wow,
Yes.
I don't know what to do. And in my state of Texas, is that what you're saying?
No. The state, Texas. Are you based out of there? Like that I was asking. US.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Great. So let's start further. More things. So this is what we stopped. Okay, guys, yesterday. Please remember. The next one is what I want to tell is we finished with this. Okay, guys. Consensus. Consensus means what I told you, right? Taking the feedback of other team members. Okay, team members through a variety of ways, like fist of five, Roman voting, polling, dot voting. All these are methods towards reaching a consensus. Okay, consensus means the team members' opinion, their consent is needed. I respect that. Okay, that is a mindset you should have. Is that clear? Forget all these methods. Okay, methods is secondary. You have to look at the mindset. Okay, at the first level. Now, second one, guys. Okay, we are going to start this topic called as estimation technique. I'm sure many of the guys in this batch are expert in this. Okay, so but anyway, I will start with my perspective. Okay, so hold on. So on the screen, you have a topic which is called as estimation technique, and particularly, I want to tell you this is more applicable for Agile. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first technique is called as planning poker or Scrum poker. Okay, see, this planning poker or Scrum poker, no, it is actually based on Fibonacci numbers. Okay, Fibonacci numbers means it goes like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, like that it goes. Okay, so what is the speciality of this? The sum of the two numbers is always adding up to the third number. Is that clear? 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. Hope that makes sense. Okay, now what do we do here, guys? Okay, once the team gets a task list or a story list, what they are supposed to do in a sprint. Okay, are you guys listening? Once the team gets an idea what they are supposed to do, okay, what they will do, they will try to look at that sprint or task items, and then they will try to estimate for different tasks. Okay, now how to estimate? There is no standard approach written down. Okay, for this task you give this much of effort. Okay, for this task you give this much effort. There is no standard. It is relative with respect to a Scrum team. Okay, so what I would suggest is imagine I'm telling that all of you guys know about a payment gateway called as a payment gateway called as PayPal. Okay, a global for participants from India, I would say Paytm. Okay, so I would say in a mobile application project, okay, adding PayPal or Paytm, like that one story is there. Imagine. Okay, this is one story in the sprint backlog. Okay, now what happens? The team has to estimate the effort for this. Okay, are you guys getting so far? Now there are a lot of such stories in the backlog. Okay, but what the team will do, they will reach a general consensus and they will pick up the shortest complex story, relatively very easy. Okay, and that they will give a rating of 1, a reference, something to start with. See, for example, if I am asking you between rabbit, fox and giraffe, which is the smallest, like that I will ask you. Okay, whichever is smallest, you assign 1, like that I am telling you. So what will you do? You will assign rabbit 1, correct? But if you just imagine between an ant, squirrel and rabbit, okay, assign 1 for the smallest. Then what will you do? You will assign 1 for the ant. Are you getting this what I am telling? So this estimation is relative. Please understand the important word is the estimation is relative. It is not universal or a standard. Oh, always for rabbit you assign 1. Nothing like that. Okay, and it is not based on this one is not number of days or number of hours or something. It is just a relative estimate. Okay, it is based on the level of effort and complexity. Both are important. Complexity is not here. I would tell note down both. It is based on the level of effort and complexity of a task. Okay, so let us say the simplest task they have assigned one. Everyone understood? There is no standard to that. It is just a gut feeling of the team. Are you able to respect that? It is just a general gut feeling of the team. Okay. Now what happens? This story, adding PayPal or Paytm. Okay. What we will do? We'll try to calculate we will try to check with the team what is the level of complexity. So what happens? Many of you guys in this batch will tell, oh, that is something we have done in previous project. It is not that easy, but I think we can put 3 story points. Like that, majority will decide. Okay, and it is not disclosed. One thing I want to tell you, it is like, as you can see the name, it is planning poker or scrum poker. Okay, and we use a deck of cards. Okay, the people just put the card upside down. Others will not be able to see. Are you getting us? Imagine I am a scrum master. I have Sharath, Jayant, Puneet, okay, Skanda and Atul, okay, as my team. Okay, so all of them, I asked them what is the level of complexity. Okay, so what happened? I would say Sharath, Jayant and Puneet, they just put a card which is 3 upside down. We are not able to see. Is that clear? Other participants are not able to see. They just put 3. Now what happened? Our Skanda chose 2. Okay, and Atul chose 5. Okay, so Skanda chose 2 and Atul chose 5. Now what happens? Once that whole this exercise is over, we will ask the people, the extreme people. Okay, for example, Skanda and Atul. Skanda, can you please elaborate? Why did you put 2 only? Okay, is there anything the team is missing? Like that is the job of the Scrum Master. Okay, like sort of facilitated discussion. Okay, so Skanda will tell, okay, so this is similar to something, very similar to something which we did in the previous project. It's just a matter of plug and play. So I think this is a very low complex item. We can do it quickly. That is his perspective. Okay. Now, when it comes to Atul, he will tell, no, this is payment related. We cannot just take it like that. There is a lot of testing associated with it. And when it goes live, there will be problems here and there, something. Okay, he's telling. So, he's choosing 5. But after the discussion of both, okay, Skanda and Atul have made their stand. One of them have to surrender. This is not a platform to show your ego. Is that clear? So, maybe Skanda will tell, yeah, Atul, you are right. I forgot to consider that. Like that. So every team member is also listening the whole discussion. That is what, guys, in Agile we believe in collaborative discussion. Okay, and then what happens? The planning poker exercise is launched again. This time you will see that most of the people, they will drift towards, including Skanda, he will drift towards. Is that clear, guys? That is the purpose of this planning poker or scrum poker exercise. Okay, and one more good practice what I want to tell is, if the for a particular story, for a story, we have estimated that the level of complexity is 8 or more, 8, 13, something like that or more. I'm not sure, maybe someone can validate. In some good companies, it is a practice to break the 8 story point item into smaller stories. Are you getting a feel? Same rule as that of WBS decomposition. What did I tell you in WBS decomposition? I told you, right? You have to decompose till the minutest level. This is what I told you, where you can measure it. So here also same thing. 8 is little bit heavy. So it is good. Heavy means it's not that it is not doable, but it is not trackable. The whole 8 is a single chunk, no? So it's a good practice to break it. Okay. So the team will sit down to break it. But when they break it, no, maybe it will come to 2 to 5. Are you getting? The numbers may not add up. Or maybe it is just 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 3. Okay, or maybe 3, 3, 2, exactly coming to 8. Are you getting, guys? Somehow you have to break it down further. All of them is adding up to the same thing. Is that clear? That's all. Okay. Any questions, guys, related to this? Okay. Now there is one more thing called as t-shirt sizing. I will explain that. But before that, I want to
one more thing, Vishal. That is regarding if story point is 1. How many hours they are needed to calculate for that?
That is not exactly mapped. Maybe some of you guys, there is no standard. Different companies have different things. Okay. Maybe someone who have been working in that background, they can comment. So just checking. Satya, you have worked on this. Can I assume anything of this sort? Scrum teams. if I remember. No. Anyone guys who have worked on it? As far as I know, there is no mapping to the hours as such. Okay, so I would suggest don't worry about that. Okay, Sharat, because this stops there. Yes, Rajkumar, maybe you have people who have attended CSM also. You can help. Yes.
No, I have not used this, but I had a question. I mean to say that planning poker and story pointing both have the same strategies.
Same only. Planning poker and which one? Planning poker and
Story
See,
pointing. There are two.
yeah. Exactly. It is the same thing only. Okay. See, planning poker, scrum poker, they are introducing. That is the like using the card system where you maintain confidentiality and people choose. That thing they are telling is story pointing, because everything number, no, it is story point. That's it. This is the process name. This is how exactly it is being done. That's all. Okay. Because the thing is level of difficulty or complexity of a feature. Okay. Both are same thing. Any questions, anyone? Anyone who have worked on it, guys? No one here? Okay. So please remember this much only. It is a way to measure the level of complexity of different stories. Okay. Now, one question I think I thought someone will ask me, why this number 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 30? Why can't it be 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. Can we start why it is like that? The reason is only when we have this 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Okay. When you have like this, no, then there is a beauty in estimating the overall team's complex strength. Okay. Because I'm telling that, imagine in our batch, I told, no, Sharath is a team member, Jayant is a team member, Puneet is a team member. See here, Sharath, Jayant and Puneet. Okay. The Sharath took up something which is like 2 story point, 2 story point, 3, 1 and 5. How much it is coming up? 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 15 plus 1, 16 story points. Got it? Now, Jayant may take up something which is 5, 5, 3, 3. Okay? And maybe Puneet will take up all the set of 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, 12. 3, 4 are 12. And then 2, 2. Are you getting what I'm telling? But what I can tell technically, all of them are equally loaded. We should not tell that, Jayant is doing less stories, he's less efficient, he's less involved. Like that and all, we should not make a comment. Okay. The numbers, the beauty of Fibonacci series is however you add, it will come to a common number. Is that clear? So it makes sure that the team capacity is uniformly loaded. Okay. One reason. Second reason, people should not choose nearby values. 1, 2, 3, rather they should not choose. Are you getting the gravity? 1, next is 2, which is exactly double. After 2, it is 3 only. Don't think that it is just a 1 number increase. Okay. 2 to 3 is like 2 plus 1 more story you can have the bandwidth to do. That is the thing. Are you getting? 3 followed by 5, 5 followed by 8. When someone chooses 5, that is equivalent to 2 story points of 2, 2 followed by 1. Are you getting the gravity? So people have to choose it very consciously, each of these numbers. That's the whole purpose. Okay.
And
Yes.
also, usually in theory, we don't do more than 8 points, story points, because it becomes a separate user story by itself.
Yeah. I
And
think you are
it's more
not here
complicated.
sometimes.
So we try to keep it.
You were there here last 2 minutes?
No, I'm just getting ready for my son's soccer practice.
Yeah, that's what. I called your name and I was expecting you will tell
Okay.
something. But you didn't.
No,
you are not there.
my
So,
son has a
yeah,
soccer match now, so I have to go.
Yeah. No problem. Okay. So that's what. Okay. Anything else you want to tell? Because I remember your profile. That's why.
And usually it's much easier when you do it in the t-shirt size.
That I am.
Small,
next to it.
medium, yeah.
So the next topic, what like he said, no, it is t-shirt sizing. Okay. So when you go with t-shirt sizing, it is more used for features. That is one thing which I have observed. Okay. Story point estimation is more for, planning poker is more for stories and tasks. Is that clear? But t-shirt sizing is more for features. So it will be like small, medium, large, XL, double XL. Like that we have t-shirt sizes. No, just like that we will ask the team to estimate. Okay, what is the level of complexity of some features? Okay, so some features will be small, some will be large, some will be medium. Same exercise, but ultimately we have to narrow down to one size. That's it. Okay, Hari, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, this, the planning poker is each team player has a deck of cards, and they give the their estimates to each story. And the Fibonacci series is used because there is adequate differentiation. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
But the
And so
numbers are
it's-
intentionally gapped so that people will choose it wisely. There is no 4,
Right.
there is no 6 and all.
Right, and therefore it's something like an averaging only, except that the averaging is done by every month, and then you take a So
See-
how do you calculate the final outcome in this? You just take an average, or you moderate somehow? I just missed that part.
That is what. So again, I just want to check. Okay, so how do we decide on this sprint? I'm not sure. That is why. Okay, because that is more related to Scrum framework. That's why I was asking if Satya is familiar with that. So, for example, I would say a team has a capacity of, let's say, this is one team member, no, 16.
For the
Let's say-
sprint, usually the product owner, they get the backlog ready. And then all the user stories, the epic is one big thing you have to work, and that is broken into features and user stories. And these are for the user stories. How many user stories per person will be working on? And there is also another technique called swarming. So if one person is stuck in a user story, and if they don't know how to go forward, the entire team can pull in and help them with that as well.
No, that is fine. So the question is, how do we decide the capacity? That's what Hari asked. For example, this is for a sprint, how much story points we can accommodate, like that.
Yeah, actually, that will be come by the velocity.
Velocity, sprint
Yeah,
velocity.
previous read velocity, how much? Suppose,
And the capacity as well.
yeah. Capacity just, suppose if you want to follow, just is a small level to get capacity.
Okay,
One
so-
capacity.
So think of one thing, okay, say Hari, in the first sprint, we don't have a clear idea. We start with a very fresh perspective, okay? So first sprint consists of these 3 people, okay, Sharath, Jayant and Puneet. Just imagine, okay? So when they did an analysis like this, okay, what is that? 16 times are 3, 48, okay? So 48 story points they will be able to deliver as a sprint outcome. Like that, they are committing, okay? And then we'll observe how the performance of the sprint went at the sprint review, okay? And then again, next time we'll be more careful. In the retrospective, we'll try it. Probably if say these people are not able to complete 48 story points, okay, then we'll be more conservative the next time. Or if it is because of a inefficiency, then we'll try to work it out. But if it is because of, okay, oh my God, we estimated it so aggressively, then we'll try to be conservative. Or they finished everything, they have 1 or 2 days of relaxation, then next time what we will do, we'll try to put the complexity less. Are you getting? Only when you put less complex, no, we'll be able to take up more story. Okay, something like that. After some 2 or 3 sprints, the team will get stabilized. That's all I can tell. Okay, and then there is a constant story sprint velocity, like Sharath mentioned. Okay, you have to stick to that term called as sprint velocity. Let's say 120 story points. Okay, like that, there is a sprint velocity that you ensure that every time the sprint team is loaded. Makes sense? Again, it's a relative estimation. Observe that. Okay, that is a beauty. Okay, no one is putting on the head of the team members, hey, you have to do it, like that. That's the beauty of this self-organizing, and you have to remember the word consensus. Okay, everything. Any other points you guys have to tell here? Anyone? So some of you guys had a question. I want to connect with that. I'm not sure from this batch, but usually in some batches, no, people, when I explain the cost module, okay, you guys will ask, ideally you would have asked me, okay, how is estimation done in Agile? I hope in this batch also someone asked. So this is how it is done. Now what happens? This is mapped to the cost. How? Because I know that, okay, there's 3 people, okay? Do you remember? Sharath, Jayant and Puneet. Only 3 developers. It can be possible, okay? Are working, and 48 story points. Okay, they can commit. Okay. Now, these people are working for, let's say it's a 1 week sprint. Okay. So Sharath is all the 3 people are working for 8 hours a day and 8 times 5 working days. Okay. So their total sprint working hours is 40 hours. Okay, and we can know the rate card of these people. Either it can be a uniform rate card, or Sharath is having $60 an hour. Okay, Jayant is having $50 an hour, whatever. So at that we can calculate the cost of running a sprint. Is that clear? So we tell to the client that, like this, boss, we are expecting 7 sprints. So the cost of the whole project at this moment when I talk to you people is 7 times per sprint cost. Like that we will tell. But if the client is adding more requirements, then it will change. If the client is deleting more requirements, then also it will change. In Agile delivery, cost is not our pain point. Please understand. Cost is flexible. Is that clear? Makes sense? But in predictive, we baseline it. Cost baseline, like that. Okay. Also connect with my day 1 session in regarding project lifecycle. The goal of predictive projects is to manage cost. The goal of agile projects is speed or early go to market. Is that clear, everyone? Please ask questions, then only I will realize if I missed something. Are you connecting how the estimation is done in agile projects from teams? Good. Okay. So I think move on. Yes, there is total silence.